Big power coming at you from Barcelona, and I want to tell you my cow story. Alright, so this is kind of pretty much the low point of my life. In retrospect, you know, it wasn't that bad. Like, I had all my limbs and I was pretty healthy, but from a financial perspective, and actually all areas of my life were really, really bad. I was in Cambodia. I was traveling with a girl that I used to date, and she left Cambodia, and I was in a very bad way financially and mentally. And so I took a couple of weeks and just like was poor, like in a hostel, trying to work out what to do next with my life. My business hadn't worked. Nothing that I had tried had worked. I wasn't talking to my family. I didn't feel like I had any friends. In fact, I felt like if I died, there wouldn't be much of a difference. So what I ended up having to do was staying with a friend of a friend in Cambodia in a village. I stayed in a Cambodian village for 1 week because I literally had nowhere else to go. I was out of money completely. I think I had about $4. I'm not exaggerating. I had $4 US, and I was there kind of hanging out. I actually had a little bit of money in PayPal that had been frozen, and so I was waiting for that to come through, but really had no idea what I was going to do when it did come through. So I'm in this Cambodian village and I'm staying with this Cambodian family. I'm the whitest person for miles. I'm playing with all the kids. I was trying not to think about my dire situation from a financial perspective. I've always been someone who doesn't feel very secure if I don't have any money. I'm pretty sure that most people are like that. But I used to take the cows out into the pasture, I guess, out into the fields with the dad of the family. He would go in the morning and take them out and then stay out there for a couple of hours and then come back. And one of the days I was sitting in like the dirt in the village, like literally one of these cows was lying down and its head was on my knee, and I'm patting this cow on the head, and I'm just sitting in this village like, what am I doing with my life? Like this is crazy. What kind of I don't want this to be my life. I'm more than this. At that moment I thought, this is actually the low point. Like, things can't really, other than physical, you know, being maimed or something, it can't get any worse for me right now. So I thought, okay, the only way to go here is up. And so as I sat in the dirt with that cow and had that realization, I decided that I would leave the village. I would take the money that was coming through from PayPal. I would help the family out because they were surviving on like $40 a month. And I would give them a bunch of the money. I think I gave them like $70 of the 100. I would take the rest and I would get a ticket to Bangkok, and I would go to seek my fortune. When I left for Bangkok, I had 3 days worth of accommodation, I guess. I had enough to stay 3 nights at the hostel, and I figured I would do something. I don't know what. I just went to seek my fortune in Bangkok. And from that point, I was able to build a business. I was able to learn new skills. I had a bunch of failures since then, but that was probably one of the worst points of my life when I realized that I was at rock bottom. And one of the quotes that I love is J.K. Rowling. She says, I had hit rock bottom so many times that it became the foundation on which I built my life. And so when I look back on how far I've come, I think about that cow and that moment in the dirt when I realized that I had nowhere to go but up, and started working towards it, and I'm never going back. I think about that cow and how these people don't care about my video.